All right, here's audio check, video check. This is an audio check, video check. All righty, Chris, good to see you. Ann Hastings, good to see you. Audio check, video check. Audio check, video check. Okay, folks, good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Sunday, fun day. You're riding live with Bobby Allen. This is the Bobby Allen Truth Factory. And what I want to do is give you all something that's not going on in the mainstream media. I want to give you an update on the Mideast and what's actually going on. Carlos, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. If I don't get your name, good to see you, everybody. What's going on in the Mideast and a few more things. The weather warfare that is in full-scale operation right now. Before I get started, I'd like to tell you, go ahead and hit the like button. Share this video because I'm in share jail. If you're on YouTube, be sure you share it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And make sure the bell is on so you can be notified when I am coming on live or make an update. That goes both for Facebook and for YouTube. I found about 27 friends yesterday that had been unsubscribed by Facebook and 3 different ones on YouTube, because they're messing with your numbers, okay? They're messing with my numbers, which also affects your all's numbers, because you sometimes don't get notified or you don't see it in the right place on the page, all right? So the first thing I want to cover is that this is my First Amendment right as a United States citizen. I have the right to freedom of speech to say what I want, when I want, where I want. Omar, good to see you. As long as I don't incite any violence or cause any trouble, okay? I'm also covered by the Sullivan Act, which is an act that covers citizen journalists for recording and doing what they want to do, say however they want to do, whatever. This is in no way hate speech or anything. This is just truth, truth, truth. What you're not hearing on mainstream media. All right? I have yet to see anything on mainstream media about the Israeli-Saudi airstrikes in the United States of America. The soldiers' hands are in the middle of it. Not the soldiers. The Pentagon is in the middle of it again. They're in the middle of it. They struck an air base on the pro-Iranian militants on the border of Syria and Iraq yesterday, or actually Thursday morning, Thursday morning, Mideast time. Right now, the Mideast is about to go up in flames, and I'm going to tell you how that is. And this is one piece of the onion that's being peeled back. The United States of America, the deep state, they need us back in a war. And at the same time, they're trying to destabilize the entire economy for the world. That's right. That's what I said. This is a targeted attack to destroy the economy for the entire world. Their playbook is to create a problem, and then they provide a solution, okay? So the problem that's been created now is the Houthis out of Yemen have sent six drones, 7 or 8 missiles, and hit several Saudi Arabia oil fields, destroyed them. Cut the oil supply from Saudi Arabia in half in the blink of an eye. And then, after several days of negotiations and talks and bullshit, the Israel and Saudi Arabia Air Forces strike this Iran base. And guess who was providing air cover? Guess who was, oh, hey, Tony and Christopher, guess who was providing air cover and also refueling the planes while they were in the air? That's right. The United States of America, refueling and providing air cover. Nero, it's good to see you. Happy Rhode Island, baby. I got good friends in Patchogue and Pasco. Listen, so that's what they wanted to do. False flag, get involved, and then what are they doing? Same thing they did in Vietnam. The exact same thing. For those of you that don't remember Vietnam, what they did was they sent the United States forces over there to teach and to train is how it started. Well, the Pentagon has just agreed to send more troops to Saudi Arabia and the United Emirates under the disguise of it's going to be for air defenses. Listen, folks, those boots are going to be on the ground, all right? We're getting drug into this. Good to see you too, Neros. We're getting drug into this. It's how it always works. It's how it always works. All right, over 100 people killed, maybe more. The Houthi rebels yesterday evening, have vowed revenge against Saudi Arabia and Israel for the attacks. They vowed it. That means you can expect something like that to happen this week if they don't get hammered first. All right, this is Bible prophecy playing out. The Bible is the playbook on what they're going to do. All right, that's what the Bible is. It's a playbook. Kathy Edwards, good to see you. Now, let me just read this to you. A little bit of information. You won't see it on mainstream media. The United States is discussing with Saudi Arabia and its Gulf allies about possible responses to the Saudi Aramco oil facility attack, which is not being aired, or any discussions between Washington and Israel on the matter. It's totally off the news. You don't see it. Here's Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Samuel Hoffman, good to see you. Albert James. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has described the event as an act of war. Now, if you know anything about the history of Pompeo, he is also a warmonger. All right? What Trump, and I don't want to get into the political aspect of this. All right? There are new concerns about the size and scope of any planned retaliation by the U.S.-Saudi axis, which means that's exactly right, Sam, another distraction. We got another distraction coming. I'm going to get into it in just a minute. Maybe you can chime in if you want. I appreciate that, Sam. Good to see you. This morning, additional reports have surfaced suggesting that Israel and Saudi Arabia may have launched retaliatory airstrikes against pro-Iranian militias, which they've done, stationed along the border between Syria and Iraq. At these early reports, it is difficult to determine who carried out the strikes and why. Well, now we know. Now we know that the United States provided air cover and air support and air until they were in the middle of it. There was the axis. Why did they call it? Remember Bush, the axis of evil? Well, this is an axis. Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United States. Now, later on today, let me just get this where I need to be. Later on today, for the second day in a row, there's going to be a massive protest in Egypt against Egypt's president. This is the second day. Do you remember how the Arab Spring started in Egypt? Remember the Arab Spring, Obama's bullshit with Valerie Jarrett, where the guy set himself on fire and because he couldn't get enough vegetables or whatever the deal was. But the Arab Spring started in Egypt. This is a duplicate. This is the same thing that happened before with a different book cover on it. We're getting dragged into a Mideast war to cut the oil in half, to create turmoil around the world about oil and all this stuff. And it's another distraction. But guess what it is? It's war. War is money to the deep state. Eisenhower said before he left office, beware of the military-industrial complex. What no one realized at that time, or even earlier, is that the entire time the United States of America has been a country, we have been at war 239 years out of the time we've been in existence. I think 17, 18 years, the United States hasn't been at war. We're always at war, all right? Now, the day America attacked America was September the 11th on 2001. Today, the deep state And the weather warfare is attacking America again. And it is it's a Trojan horse. It's disguised as weather. It's not weather. It's weather warfare. The hurricane, hello Philip, hello Chris, the hurricane that went through the Caribbean and sat on the island of Abaco in the Bahamas, traveling at 1 mile per hour. Are you kidding me? And totally destroyed Abaco. That's because there was a Chinese submarine base being built there. That's right. You're exactly right, Sam. This is an easy way to start the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. If you don't have any gold, silver, marijuana, tobacco, liquor, or something to trade, your ass is up the creek. Alana, good to see you. Your ass is up Schitt's Creek if you don't have something to trade. I'm going to tell you what. Now, right now, approaching California, the first hurricane in the history of California may strike the coast between LA and San Francisco. What a convenient spot. I lived out there in that pedophilic bullshit for over a year. And that's a good thing. Look what they've done to Houston, Texas. If you didn't have a Fat Joe chair to be traveling down and saving your family, you're shit out of luck. Okay? Everybody needs to get a Fat Joe chair from Walmart. Hello, Fred. You can put your cat, your wife, your dog, your fish, whatever you want in that chair. It'll float right behind you while you're walking out of the flood. You're going to walk out and swim out. Have you seen Houston, Texas, how they destroyed that? Have we all forgotten how the heartland of America, the farmlands were destroyed during the summer? We don't even think about that anymore. No one's talking about the hurricane, whatever, Dorian anymore. We got another tropical storm going towards Bermuda. We got some stuff going on in the Gulf. Now we got a hurricane, the first ever coming to California. What are they going to do, have a hurricane party out there? No, it's to destroy, destruct, and be a distraction. Destroy, destruct, and be a distraction. The 3 Ds. Then they're going to have a problem. Look at the people. Can you imagine being in Houston, Texas? You know, Richard Orgando, you know, Joan Simmons, these people that are down there in Texas that we all know through Facebook or YouTube. Man, it's crazy. And they act like it's no big deal. We're going to play football this afternoon. Who gives a shit who's underwater? Who cares what storm's coming? All right? Now, I'm going to be watching some football too, don't get me wrong, but I care what's going on. All right? Now, most of you don't know, but Russia, China, and India are having a massive 120,000 troops involved, a massive war games scenario going on right now. It just started. 120,000 troops, participants from Russia, China, and India. Do we see how the sides are beginning to form? Russia, China, India versus Israel, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, probably got 2 planes. So it's crazy, folks. Nibiru is here. Okay, this is a distraction to keep you from looking up. All right. Now, is Nibiru going to pop up tomorrow? You'll be able to see it clean as day? No, but you can see the shadowings that are going on. Look at your sky. You got light blue over here, and then over here you got dark blue. You only got half a sun. That's a planet cutting it off. I'm not getting into all that because that's Sam Hoffman's deal. Okay, that's his expertise. All right, my expertise is I don't have any. Okay, now, so you've been riding live with Bobby Allen. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed. You go to YouTube, go to the Bobby Allen Truth Factory, press subscribe, hit the bell, and then when I post a video live or just post a video, you'll get notified. Be sure you share the video. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate you, man. Sam Hoffman is point on. He's been doing this gig for 10 years. The man spent 25 or 30 years on a non-disclosure clause. He couldn't talk about what he knew. Okay? For those of you that don't know what Sam did, well, Ask the Palladian that got away. Tell him, Sam. The Palladian that got away. All right? So it's been good to see you all. Do me a favor, share the video right now. Share it to your groups. I'm in Facebook jail. I mean, for sharing. I can't share to more than one group at a time. All right? Anybody got any questions? You can follow me on Twitter, because I'm a Twitter and I'm a tweeting. You can follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Bobby Factory. Penny Rollins, West Virginia's in the house. So let me go ahead and recap. Oh, I know that, Samuel. You let one get away. You guys got another backstory on that one. The one Sam was watching somehow got away. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Let me go ahead and recap. We got more people coming on. The United States provided air cover and refueling for the Saudi Arabia, Israeli airstrikes that took place. They destroyed a complex. Hundreds, at least 100, maybe 200 killed, many, many injured. You know, it wasn't several months ago when they went there and bombed a prison in, when they said it was something in Yemen, but Yemen says it was a detention facility, a prison, killed a bunch of people. So you got Yemen coming into the mix. The Houthis say, hey, we're not stopping. We're going to retaliate. The United States is sending over defense systems and 1,000 troops or so. That's how Vietnam started. They sent them over as advisors and just to help out and just oversee and do a little bit of training. That was the bullshit they told the American people. Well, here now they're not even telling anybody. They're not even telling anybody anything. They're just doing what the hell they want to do. You know? Yeah, Trump's made some changes, but Trump can't tell the draconian reptilians what to do. Okay? The draconian, reptilian, Luciferian animals are what's ruling this planet. All right, so I hope that they wipe Hollywood out. The child pedophilia is coming to an end. People are being arrested. Okay, that's right, Chris. The Australian Prime Minister's in town. So anyway, you're riding live with Bobby Allen. Thanks for listening. This will be also on YouTube. Share it to your friends. Share it to the people you don't like. Share it to other things. Oh, yeah, Mr. BB3's got from the U.S. Space Station. He's got a picture today of a huge craft. Go to Mr. BB3. Hey, Pauline. Irene's in the house. Yeah, Corey Good supposedly has been taken off planet. Who knows? I'll try to get a hold of David Wilcock today and see what he has to say. All right, because David Wilcock and Corey Good are good friends, and I know how to get a hold of David Wilcock. All right? So God bless you. Stay alert, stay alive. Keep your ear to the ground, your eye to the sky. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself right here for anything that could possibly happen. God bless you. Peace.